Soul Simmers, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to do something so fun. You might have heard of ChatGPT, which is basically an AI chatbot on your browser that is free to use, that you can ask basically any question you want. It will give you lists, it will compile essay intros, it can literally do anything. It's quite cool actually. And I was like, how about we use that to do a Sims build? How about I literally make every decision through an AI chatbot today to see what the bot can come up with when it comes to a Sims build. So we're gonna ask everything in terms of budget, colors, style, everything. So I think I'm just gonna have to start with asking the bot what style we have to build in, what our budget is, and which packs I have to use, because then I can make sure to disable all of the packs that I'm not allowed to use. And then we can just get right into building. So let's see how this goes, shall we? So let's start with the first question. Am I gonna ask it that literally? I'm just gonna try and see what happens. It's literally telling me that it depends on the items I use. Wow, that's an extensive answer. It just keeps going. How about we say, can you give me a budget for my next Sims build? Honestly, I would say that this bot has more text than me, which is quite unusual. I think we have to be more specific. Can you give me a random number between 20,000 and 100,000? Okay, so our budget is 75,934 simoleons. I feel like that should be doable for sure. That's a good budget for a Sims build. Next, I think we should ask what style of house should we build. This bot is so politically correct, just not giving me a style, but being like, it's so important that it's up to you what you want to live in and what you'd like to build. So I think, again, we have to be more specific. It says that we can build traditional, classic style home, a modern, contemporary home, or something in between. Should we ask maybe like to pick between two? Can you pick between modern and classic style? It still knows that I'm talking about The Sims. It still referred to that it can't pick for me what I want to build in The Sims. That is so strange, because I asked a new question. So apparently the AI learned along the way that we're talking about The Sims and it referred back to the topic earlier. I've never seen that happen with like random questions on the internet. That's kind of scary, but also kind of cool. Okay, so pick a random one, modern or classic. I think we need to specifically instruct it to pick something random. Otherwise, it's gonna keep giving us like this very correct answer of not wanting to pick for us. Here's a random selection, modern. Okay, so we need to do a modern build. That took ages. Next question, and I think I'm gonna be very specific. I'm just gonna say, give me 3 random Sims expansion packs. I love how it gave me such a long explanation on each pack. It's like not just giving 3 packs, but actually just like explaining what is in the packs. I have to say, I'm quite happy with this selection. These are 3 really good expansion packs. I have to say, they're not all really good for modern builds. Like city living could be, but cats and dogs and island living? Maybe I'm just gonna do the same for like game packs, kits, and stuff packs, and like get 3 of each, because there's so much content. I feel like it would be only fair if we limit it down a little bit to make it more challenging, but at the same time give us some good options for items and stuff. So give me 3 random Sims for game packs. Okay, so we got Dine Out, Jungle Adventure, and Outdoor Retreat. I'm not really sure what to think about that yet. I think they're all very low on my like tier list of favorite packs. By the way, if you ever curious what I rate packs, I have a video on that. I'll make sure to link it in the description, but okay. That will become a challenge for sure. So now we're on to stuff packs. Give me 3 random Sims for stuff packs. Oh no, we got luxury party stuff. The one I hate the most out of all stuff packs. We could have gotten cool kitchen stuff or something that would give us modern. But no, we got luxury party fitness stuff, which is kind of modern, and movie hangout. This is gonna be a fun challenge for sure. Okay, last but not least, we have to do the kits. And the thing is with the kits, there are certain kits that are just cast only. So I think I'm gonna ask it to give me build by specific kits. I hope that the AI will understand what I mean by this. It will limit the options of the kits that we have. I'm really crossing my fingers for the Desert Lux kit because I think that is one of the most modern kits we have, or like the most modern packs in general. So let's see if the AI understands what I mean when I ask it to give me 3 random build buy kits. I don't know what it just wrote me and where it got this information, but I'm pretty sure that we don't have a rustic countryside kit. It could mean the kitchen kit, but hey, I'm not sure. Modern luxury built kit? I don't think we have it. An outdoor adventure kit? What? Okay, let me try this again with another approach. Oh god, no. Oh no, I just see what it's doing. It's literally listing every single expansion pack. Oh no, and again, it referred back to the build buy, even though I didn't add it to the question. It like went back to the question I asked before. Okay, so I'm gonna need a list and like say pick 3 random from the following list. So I just quickly added like a list of all the build buy kits because I don't think this AI is getting what I mean with a build buy kit or like a kit in general. So I just made a list and I said pick 3 random from the following list. And I hope that the commas will actually separate all of the items. And I hope that the AI will know which ones to pick. So far, this isn't going as smooth as I hoped. But I think it will work once we're actually building. How does it still know I'm talking about The Sims? I gave it a random list and now it's actually describing the Sims kits, even though it wasn't in my question. But we actually got Pastel Pop and Desert Lux. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I feel like those 2 will massively help in my build. Okay, so now we have 12 packs, 3 from each category. We have a budget of 57,000-ish simoleons, and we have a build style, modern. I think there are a couple of things left to do. That is actually disabling the pack, so I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then picking a lot size. And I'm gonna see if the AI understands what I mean when I ask it to pick a lot size. And I think I might ask the bot to pick a world. However, I'm gonna do that between the 3 base game worlds because I think, given that we're gonna uninstall a bunch of the packs, that might not be the most efficient if I actually enter all the worlds. But let's ask a random Sims 4 base game world. It picked Oasis Springs. Okay, I like it. I can live with that, especially with the combination of the Desert Lux kit and the modern build style. That's nice. I also love that it's writing a little story about what kind of world Oasis Springs is. It's a desert-themed world that is included in the Sims 4 base game. I like that. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. I asked the bot to provide me a random lot size from the Sims 4 Oasis Springs world. It goes ahead to explain like the general gist of lot sizes in general, then tells me that I get a 30 by 20 square lot, which is 600 square meters. I've never seen that conversion anywhere. That's actually kind of cool. So we have to build in Oasis Springs on a 30 by 20 lot. Let me disable the packs and hop into the game. So I found us a 30 by 20 lot in Oasis Springs. We are on the Centrap flat lot. And I was thinking, how about we ask the bot which colors the house should be? So before I actually get into building and like get into getting the general shape of the house ready, how about we say give us 3 random colors, and then the first one will be the main color of the house and the 2 second ones will be like the accent colors of things, so like the doors and the windows. Coral, so that's kind of orangey pink, sky blue, and lavender. This is gonna be a modern pastel house. Mind you, we do have the pastel pop kit, so I think we might be able to pull this off. But that's, yeah, that's gonna look so nice with the yellow of all of the desert around it. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, I think I managed to get the really basic shape of the house in. It's almost 15K, so it is a little bit expensive for just a shell, but I had to figure something out. Because one, modern is already, it's not really my style. It used to be. I used to love building modern houses in The Sims, but I've gotten quite out of it and I'm just not used to it anymore. And also, making a modern house that is coral, sky blue, and lavender, I don't know, I really tried my best. So I ended up settling for this wallpaper that now just looks really orange, but if I change the time of day, it actually kind of looks corally-ish. It was the closest color. Like literally if I Googled coral color and then I picked the Sims colors that were like orangey pink, this was the closest I could find. And then I found this blue wallpaper that had this kind of terracotta trim that I felt like it all tied together quite well. And then I struggled with the lavender for so long. I honestly tried. I tried to make a purple door or purple windows. I ended up not even adding windows or doors yet because I was like, I need a second question for that. But I ended up adding literal lavender as kind of a little bit of landscaping. We might need to do some more landscaping, but given the budget, I don't want to go overboard just yet. But I was thinking maybe that will count. I feel like it is a little bit of an easy way out, but I'm giving myself that one right now. I feel like I can give myself an easy way out because this was painful. And now I was thinking we should decide how many windows do we want to add to this build. And I was thinking, I think maybe a minimum of, let's see, the build has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, maybe like a minimum of 2 windows per side, which is 8. And like a maximum of 30 windows. And let's just ask the bot, give me a random number between 8 and 30. And I feel like those two are kind of like opposites of the spectrum. Like 8 will look hideous and 30 will also look ridiculous. So I'm really hoping for something in the middle. 22. We have 22 windows. Okay, let's figure out what we can make that look like. Okay, 22 is actually quite a lot of windows, but I think I figured it out. So here in the front, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like one window. 4, 5, 6, 7. And here on the side, we have a sunroom with 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 12, 13, 14. I always forget 13 when counting in English. This is so weird. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think 22 windows, that should work. I'm not gonna ask how many doors I need because I feel like it kind of makes sense to have a front and a back door, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to ask how many doors we should add to this build. Okay, so with adding the doors, I actually needed to find a place for the back door, and I've added a little extension over here that now that I see it and I'm explaining it to you guys, I feel like it should be 1 shorter. I feel like in a modern build, it would never be the full length of the house. I feel like it would be a little bit more wonky than that. So I think now what we need to do is we need to get rid of the pre-existing floor plan from me actually putting down all of the building blocks. And then I was thinking maybe we should ask the bot how many bedrooms this house should have. And I might regret the decision to ask the bot this. I'm gonna see if I can actually, without giving random numbers, have the bot pick something. I asked it to give me a random number of bedrooms for my Sims build, and it said, here's a random number of bedrooms to add to your Sims build. 3. I can do 3. That's very decent. Thank you, AI. I like that. Okay, so let's get to generating a floor plan. Maybe I should ask for like 1 random room that I should add to the house. Because I feel like with this size of house, 3 bedrooms is still, I wouldn't say easy, but also not that difficult yet. So I think maybe give me a random room idea. A cozy reading nook? That works so well in the sunroom that I already created with the windows. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I think this AI bot is favoring me today because imagine us creating this super cozy, yet modern. It's a modern build, but imagine us creating a really nice reading nook. It's still going, by the way. It's given us a really detailed explanation on what that should look like. So let me actually read it. A reading nook is a small, comfortable space within a room or home that is dedicated to reading and relaxing. It can be a great addition to any home, especially if you love to read or just want a quiet, peaceful place to unwind. To create a cozy reading nook, you could consider adding a comfortable chair or beanbag, a small bookshelf or bookcase, and add some cozy throw pillows or blankets. You could also add some lighting, such as a lamp or a string light, to create warm and inviting atmosphere. Finally, you could personalize your reading nook with some of your favorite books and decor items to make you feel like your own special retreat. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to make sure to have a comfortable chair, a small bookshelf, cozy pillows or throw blankets. We don't really have those in The Sims, so I'm just gonna have to see like something that makes it look cozy. I like the lighting idea, so let's try if we can fit that in. And then something to personalize it for this Sims needs. I think that would look really, really nice. So let me make sure that I incorporate that space in the sunroom. But I'm gonna create a floor plan first, so I'll be right back with you to show you what I've created. I think I finally figured it out. I did move some windows. I ended up keeping the 22, so no worries about that. I still have the right amount of windows. I just ended up swapping, for example, this really big window that I had here for a smaller one. I ended up moving the front door to the side instead of in the middle because I could not work out a floor plan with the placement of the doors that I had made. It's just a pain. I made some mistakes, like this little bump out here has only a one connection block to that bump out there, and that makes that hallway is just terribly awkward, and I couldn't figure out a way to do it right. So what I came up with in the end is when you come in downstairs, you have this little hallway that immediately leads to the back door as well. I was kind of like, then that will be your mud room. You live in a desert, you have a lot of sand. You want a place where you can take off your shoes without taking all of the sand with you in the house. Then I thought to myself, well, this is a modern house, so it has to have a really big open living space. So I gave it this really humongous space here, which is going to be living area, dining area in the middle, and then the kitchen over here. If you enter the house from either side, you actually have this small little hallway coming up from here. So you take off your shoes and etc. and then you enter immediately into like this modern kitchen, big open dining area, and then the living space. I felt like that was kind of fitting. I did try to close off with some pillars, like some stone pillars that I think will match really well with the rest of the furniture that we're gonna do later. But I tried to kind of wall off this section because this is where we're gonna make our reading nook / reading room. It's just gonna be this living room area that doesn't contain the TV or anything. It's just gonna be cozy space for maybe some arts and crafts and reading. And then I really wanted to make sure that I have 2 downstairs bathrooms. That's also where I ended up swapping windows because I used to have these double windows over here, but I felt like for a bathroom, that's just gonna be too much. So I ended up making 2 separate spaces, which one is gonna be a bathroom, so like a bathtub and a shower and a sink. And then one is gonna be a toilet. I figured that having a separate toilet downstairs would really help with if anyone ever wants to play in this house, or if I ever end up playing in this house myself. It's gonna help so much that the toilet is separated from the bathroom, especially if you wanna live here with a larger family. So that's why I made 2 separate things. And then if you come upstairs, I struggled again with the same issue of having this like 1 block entrance and also not wanting to create really long hallways. But with the layout of this house, not really able to prevent it either. So I have this 1 bedroom over here in the corner that has an ensuite bathroom. I was like, we need to have 1 main bathroom connected to a main bedroom. I live in the Netherlands, we don't usually have that here, like we don't have en-suites, but I know that a lot of people that play with Sims Build do prefer having an ensuite bathroom. So there's this 1 bedroom that has an ensuite. Then there's this 1 small toilet. I was thinking of like the 2 other bedrooms in the house because we needed to make 3. They can actually use the bathroom downstairs with like the bathtub and a shower, but this way they will at least have a toilet upstairs. Again, playability of the house in mind. So that's going to contain like a toilet and a sink and is accessible from the hallway. And then we have a smaller bedroom and a slightly bigger bedroom, which will probably be for like kids or teens or toddlers or anything. So that's the general idea of the house. And I think I have to say now, looking at the outside and the color scheme, this is coming together better than I'd hoped. I think this could turn into a really cute house. So let's actually get started on the inside. As you can see, I now painted every wall just white because I kind of want to ask the bot for a color for every room. So what I was thinking is I'm gonna do every room and then ask the bot for a color and for 5 items that I need to add to that room. Obviously, keep in mind, some items are not available in The Sims, so I'll just kind of have to work my way around it. But I thought that would maybe just kind of get me out of my comfort zone, kind of like it did with the reading nook, like adding a bookshelf, some personalization, some lights, etc. So I think in ordinary fashion, what I always do somehow, I always end up starting with the kitchen. So maybe we should ask for a color for a kitchen first. Turquoise. You want me to make a modern turquoise kitchen. I don't even know if we have that in The Sims. Now that I have the basic layout of the kitchen, maybe I should ask for the 5 items before I start adding more decor and then realizing that I'm missing out on things. A refrigerator. We do have that one already, so that's good. A stove. We have that one too. Okay, we're on a roll already. A dishwasher. We can add one of those, I think. Do we have one in the base game? We do, right? It's in appliances. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. Oh, and we have dine out, so we can totally do that. A microwave. Okay, so this kitchen needs a microwave too, and a coffee maker. That is actually quite challenging because that is gonna cost me a lot of island space. And it's not like I have a lot, so I might actually need to extend the kitchen to continue over there a little bit too. I think the kitchen is done. I actually settled on kind of a turquoise wallpaper as well. And I added these hanging plants for movie hangout, which I didn't think I would use in a modern build, but I ended up using it anyways. I tried to add some cute clutter. Also, this from the outdoor living. Is it outdoor retreat thingy or is it from Jungle Adventure? I keep forgetting from this one which one this is, but I feel like that kind of adds to the vibe as well of having, you know, a lived-in kitchen. I tried to keep this island counter free, so if you actually want to play in this build, it is available to play in it. And I just realized that I kind of feel like we should add that one there. I think this looks really cute. I added the aprons and everything. And I definitely would say that is a succeeded turquoise kitchen with all 5 items that we needed to add: a microwave, a coffee maker, a dishwasher, a stove, and a fridge. So maybe we can move on to the hallway. And let's ask for a random color again. We have to make a salmon hallway. I'm very glad that we have the pastel pop kit because there would have literally been no way to do it without it, I think. So as it turns out, we don't have many salmon colored items in the game. I looked through the entire catalog and I couldn't really find many, let alone any. So I just decided that I would take the salmon theme as an inspiration. I found these 2 little stools that I felt like kind of have the print of a salmon skin, and they came almost in the right color, so I felt like I wanted to use them. And then I was like, let me just grab some things that have like orange and pink in them. So this mirror has like pink sides, and then this has pink and orange in it. And I kind of feel like with the wallpaper, it still kind of ties into the theme of being salmon or like pinky orange. But I was like, what do you need in a hallway? Some decoration, a place to put on your shoes, and a mirror. And I think then you're good to go. So I think I leave it at that with the hallway. I have to say, this is a style or like something I would never do in a hallway, and I kind of like it. So I'm liking this challenge more and more because it is honestly pushing me out of my comfort zone to do things I've never done before. Also, I didn't ask for 5 items for the hallway because I kind of figured with salmon and a hallway that is already such a limited theme, let me not ask the bot for 5 items. But I think we should do it for the living/dining area. So I think the dining will just tie in with the color scheme of the living area. But then I'm gonna have to ask 5 items for a living room. So let's start with the color. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed it will be a good one and it will slightly match with the kitchen because it is gonna clash terribly if they don't match up. Goldenrod is a bright yellow-orange. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the color, but that's gonna look like a circus in this house. I was hoping for yellow. Like, I know that this is a yellow-orange, but I was hoping for like a soft yellow, like a pastel or something. But no, it decided to give me a bright orange. This house is gonna look ridiculous. Okay, but let's find like a bright orangey yellow then, because that is gonna be the main color. Let me actually Google what goldenrod looks like so I know what to look for. I have to say it is way more a yellow than it is an orange to me. And it is like a really beautiful dark yellow. I have to say it's the color that, like, it's kind of similar to what I have behind here, to be honest. It is honestly a color that I want in my living room too. We're gonna buy a dark green couch relatively soon, and this is the color that I want in my living room to go with the dark green couch. I kind of feel like, oh wait, no, I shouldn't do it like that, but maybe getting the same wallpaper as we're using outside with the terracotta trim back in could actually be kind of fun. It is very bright, I do have to say that, but hey, the bot told me to go for this color, so I'm going for this color. And now that I'm seeing this, I'm actually thinking maybe we should just have the wooden floor in the kitchen as well, as I feel like that kind of matches better. And again, I feel like we have too much light going on in here, which is kind of making the yellow too bright. It is so intense, it almost hurts my eyes. Do we have any alternatives to this? Like, can I do anything else than this? Do we have like something that is even darker? Because I think the goldenrod is technically darker than I'm using right now, but I don't think we have it. Because it's not pastel, and also I feel like this yellow is like, it's too bright, too much banana. It's kind of almost more like a mustardy yellow. So I think maybe this is our best call, but then I have to say, Remember when I said I'm gonna pick this floor because I think it will look the best with basically everything we do? Yeah, I'm coming back from that. I'm now thinking that we should do something else. I'm thinking it's a desert world. Maybe we should do like a stone floor. And I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna like this. No, I hate it. Do we have something that I can use as... I know that I really like this one. Like the stone from Jungle Adventure. That's like the only reason I like the pack. And it does come with like a turquoise swatch as well, which kind of goes very well with the kitchen. Like, beautiful. And then I look at this and I'm like, no. No, no, no. Like for this, I kind of want to do the warmer tone, which is the same floor, but it doesn't go together if you combine them at all. So I'm gonna have to find like the middle ground between those two. I don't know, might end up looking very, very, very bland. It's so painful. I'm so curious to hear, like, if you made it all the way to this point in the video, what choices would you have made? Like, would you have stuck with the wooden floor? Would you have changed it to the tile? Because now that I'm looking at it, I absolutely don't like it. Maybe we can go for this? Actually, not bad. Let me think about that for a second. And let me see which colors it comes in. It comes in gray, which doesn't really work with the yellow. I mean, if we're talking about very modern flooring, this kind of passes the test, doesn't it? And I think what is another reason why it's kind of bothering me that it isn't working, it is actually the trim on the wall. Like the red in it is clashing with everything. Because I feel like that yellow could really work well with a colder color as well. It's just, it's not working with the trim. So I am going to look for that same type of yellow. It's slightly different, but maybe the little bit more muted is actually better, and it is still the same darkness. Like, it's not bright yellow, which I feel like is actually what we're looking for. Okay, like that, I kind of like it. I'm really not mad about that. Also, I just realized we're at 34K. I completely forgot that we had a budget. I have not been thinking about this. Okay, we might need to get rid of some decorations at one point. Can I already start doing that? Simply just like by making it easier for myself if I already do things like that. I do have to say we did do the kitchen, which is like one of the most expensive areas in the house, but I think we're gonna have to save some money on some things for sure. Like toilets, cheapest appliances. There is just not gonna be any other way. But now that we have this, I need to ask for 5 random things that you would find in a living room. Here are 5 random items that you might find in a living room. A sofa. I'm glad that it's giving me a sofa. A coffee table. I like a coffee table too. That's good. A television. Okay, so this room is definitely gonna have a television. I like that. We don't have much money for it, but we're gonna get one. An area rug. Okay, I'm glad that with a stone floor we're gonna do a rug. And throw pillows. Again, we don't really have those, so I'm gonna have to pick something else as decoration. I might actually change that into a plant, because that is something we do have, and every build will look better for it. I finished the dining area and the living space. So we have 2 sofas with 2 coffee tables, which I felt cuter than the ones that I had before. Like first I had a big dining table and I was like, it just feels out of balance. So I decided to go for it like this. We have the TV, which I needed to go for the cheaper option, and then a plant. And then I think with that, all of that together, it looks kind of cute. I do have to say, you can really see that I started cluttering here, and then here is where I realized that I'm out of money. So there's not much clutter over here, since I know that we have about 15K left, and I need to do all of the bathrooms, all of the bedrooms, and the reading nook still. So I kind of need to fix some things. I think I'm gonna ask the bot for a color for the reading nook, because then I can finish that one. Burgundy. The reading nook has to be burgundy. I'm gonna cry. That's kind of like this, I think. Let me see, what colors of burgundy do we have in the game? Okay, I think I settled on a color that is, well, it's almost like a red wine color, which I think is burgundy. I think actual burgundy is lighter, or like more darker actually, like more purplish. But the only one that we have that I think really fits is a tile, and I'm not about to put tile in a reading nook. That just would, well, actually, that's it. There we go. That's the burgundy color. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, I need to furnish it. Okay, the reading nook is done. I created this, well, burgundy colored room that it almost starts to look like a rainbow, I have to say. It's like red, yellow, green, and then the salmon color should have been on the other side, but it's almost like a rainbow house. Yeah, I added this bookshelf and these 2 slightly more comfortable couches than in the living room, and then it said to add some lights, so I added these light strings and some personalization. And I was like, how about we make the personalization a painter's area? That we have more skill building items that way. So I kind of really like that. So I think with that, the reading nook is done as well. So let's actually move upstairs into the bedrooms. I'm gonna do the bathroom last because I kind of feel like with those, I'm not gonna ask for like items or a color scheme. I'm just simply going to quickly make them with the budgets that we have left over. And I'm gonna ask the bot for 3 random colors right now so I can just do the bedrooms in one go. Teal, coral, and lavender. You're kidding me. I have to bring in the lavender and the coral again. And we're adding teal to the mix instead of sky blue. Well, speaking of the coral, I might just use the same one as on the outside for one of the rooms. Maybe we can do the room with the parents because they bought this house. And then for the teal one, I feel like I'm gonna have to find the right color. There we go, teal. That can be the middle one. And then the one all the way on the left, I wanna make the lavender one. And I can already tell you that lavender one is gonna be my favorite simply because, well, it's gonna be cute. Well, the other ones might be cute too. It's just the color scheme of this house is questionable. I also just decided that we should bring in the pastel-ish salmon color from downstairs because I kind of feel like it said hallway salmons and the upstairs is also a hallway, obviously. So I think that is that. And then I'm also gonna bring in the flooring that we picked downstairs, so the stone tiles, because I figured that you would have them in your entire house. Apart from maybe the bedrooms where I could, if I wanted to, go completely wild and actually add carpet in the right colors. Because I know we have a lavender carpet, so, and then do we also have a teal carpet? I'm actually not sure. We don't really have a teal carpet, but we have that one, which is very close to teal, so I might actually use that one. And then I need to get the coral one again, which again is like one of the most terrible colors to get from this game. So I actually don't think we have it unless we have any other flooring that matches it. Well, we have that floor, which is basically the floor I've been using everywhere, but then in the exact same color as the walls, which looks ridiculous, but hey, we're doing a challenge where I have to pick the colors, so I'm kind of just gonna roll with it. I just noticed I was literally furnishing the rooms. I just placed a bed, a wardrobe, and a nightstand, and I'm over budget. I am seriously over budget already. So now the question is, what do I do? Do I ask, well, you know what? I said at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna let every decision be made by a bot. I'm gonna say, pick between yes and no, and then I'm gonna say, can I have 20k extra? And then I'm gonna have to finish the house within 20k and also within the color scheme restrictions. But can I have 20k extra? If the bot says no, well, then I'm gonna have to upload the build as it is, and that's gonna hurt my heart. And also, then if that is the case, if the bot's gonna say no, I'm gonna invite all of you to finish this build for me because I can't. The bot is deciding for me today. If it says yes, I have 20k to finish it. Apparently making a decision between yes and no is also hard for a bot. It's literally saying me that it can't pick. I think I have to tell it again that it needs to pick randomly, that it's okay that it doesn't actually have to pick. Pick randomly between yes and no. Here's a network error. Okay, regenerate response. I broke the bot. I needed to start a new chat with it, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna break it again, if I'm gonna ask it to randomly pick between yes and no. But it literally crashed, and I couldn't start it up again, so I need to go in and ask, pick randomly between yes and no. It can't pick between yes and no. It can literally provide me lists of anything and come up with the most random things, but it can't answer the question between yes or no. I love that. That's actually very, very funny. Okay, so then we have to trick the bot. Also, my cat is here because she's also very, very confused about this. Hi, dude. We're gonna have to trick the bot, I think. Let's say 1 is yes and 2 is no. Pick between 1 and 2. It can't pick. It literally can't pick for me. I think with that, I'm just gonna not finish the house because the bot can't pick for me. I might actually finish the house outside of a video, so feel free to let me know in the comments if you want me to finish this house, and I can maybe upload it like a picture of it on any of my other socials. My cat is requiring a lot of attention apparently. And I think it's actually quite a funny end to having an AI bot make all of my decisions in a video and then ending it with an AI bot not being able to make a decision on whether I should continue or not. I hope you all enjoyed this very, very, very random video of me trying to build a hideous Sims house. We went over budget, but we stayed within the color scheme, and my cat is just taking all the attention, isn't she? We stayed within the color scheme and all of the restrictions that the bot made for us. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to try it as well. I will make sure to link the bot down below so you can try it for yourself if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching. If you had a good time, just as I did, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because it literally took me over 2 hours to do this, and I still need to edit the whole video, so it's taken a long time for me to actually make this video, so it would mean a lot for me if you like it. And then if you want to see more very silly Sims content on the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button because I plan to release weekly videos of serious but also silly things, so feel free to come along for the ride. Thank you all so much for watching. My cat will miss you until the next video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone!